Of the 21st century, yeah.
Right. So this is an episode of And Friends 360. And Friends is my popular podcast experience that went through a bit of a migration, and so now
Reborn.
it is reborn into a different scheme. So I'm surrounded in the room, if you guys can't tell, by a bunch of people who I've considered friends at one point or another. I use the word friend loosely though, so don't feel special.
A glowing endorsement.
We
of
don't
our
even like
friendship.
it.
Glowing.
Okay, so
You sure know how to make a girl feel good.
okay, well, I've been told that before. So joining me today, there's a room full of people. I have AJ and Gentle Ben from the AJ Presents the Greater Good podcast. These are some of my fellow content creators, collaborators, and just all around bullshitting friends.
Co-conspirators.
Co-conspirators for sure. Right. Frank Zones is a person I've actually committed crimes with in the past. We're actually co-defendants.
Wait a damn minute.
And allegedly. I just mean like
Innocent until proven guilty.
well, I just mean like, we would do things like bring movies or bring food into a movie theater.
Oh, morality crimes.
Right.
Not like lock your ass up crimes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like when the sign says keep off grass, we're on the grass.
Yeah.
We're on the grass, man.
Snatching every mattress tag I can get my hands on.
Exactly. And we are also joined by Jessica, who is somewhat of an icon and personality in my area.
Depends on who you ask.
I would say
people hate me.
Right. All right. Well,
it's a startling statistic.
Yeah.
Most
More
people.
than 50%.
It's like you either love me or you hate me.
Okay, so let's get into why you think people might hate you. Can we do that real quick? Like just general. You don't have to give
To
any
be honest,
like.
I'm just really sarcastic. Like I really don't show too many emotions about things, and people these days are just really sensitive, and my jokes are taken personally. So.
Okay. Could you move that microphone like closer to your face? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So perfect. Even though, actually, check that one should be good, but check that microphone for me. Just like do a check or whatever.
Test.
Great. Perfect. All right. Even though the episode had already started and I introed it and we're all familiar with each other. So anyway, you were telling us that most people find your brand of humor to be quite brash and they don't enjoy it. Is that?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine though. I don't care.
Okay. So, but what you're saying though is what it sounds like is that, the things that you say shouldn't be taken personal or serious. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm really nice, but I don't handle stupidity well. So like once it gets to the point of where I just can't deal with it anymore, I kind of just say it in a joking manner. But behind every joke is like a little bit of seriousness. Right.
Now, which kind of brings me to one of the first things I wanted to talk to you about, which was what's in your inbox. And, that's not necessarily, I don't.
Oh, that would be great. I would also like to know this.
I don't usually have people on the show who I care about what's in their inbox, but I figured that you probably got some people in there, who that would be entertaining to discuss.
I'm fascinated by that whole premise because I had some women like that I care about, like some I'm related to, some I have just a friendship with over the years, and they told me like some of the things they casually get in their inboxes or like dating profiles are some of the biggest abominations to mankind you would imagine.
When I tell you everyone feels like they can shoot their shot, I mean like.
Oh my God.
Everyone. I've had like 17-year-olds like, sir, I'm 27. I don't have time for you. And then they have this thing where they'll like put a basketball emoji or something in there, and they're like, "Oh, my ball went into your yard, but while I'm here, what's up?" Like,
wow.
What?
Wow. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed.
What?
I'm more impressed than I am creeped out, and I went into that thinking I was going to be creeped out, and I'm not.
No.
Good for this kid.
It's like the most random thing. So like I'll go on Twitter or something like that, and I'll just be like, "Oh, I'm sad," or whatever. "All edible arrangements are welcome." And I'll put like my work address, like not really thinking people are paying attention to me because I'm really not that interesting. Randomly at my job, I had like 4 edible arrangements and like flowers and everything set up at my job. And I'm just like, thanks guys. And so now it's like every week, can I send you something? Can I get you lunch? And I'm like, no, because I'm not that person. Like, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm taking advantage of them. If I don't have like an actual attraction to you, I don't want you to do anything
That's
for
probably
me. Like,
because
I
you're a
don't
better
wanna...
person than I could ever be. That's realistically why. I would certainly use this for gain and for evil, and I would use it for all my powers for all the wrong reasons.
Absolutely. If I could tweet right now, can I get an edible arrangement and 4 happen to arrive in the same day?
Yeah, I'd be living on edible arrangements. Living on them.
In my job, they make fun of me. Like, it's like a company thing now. So I work for like a telecom company, and so we all have like group me's and like sparks and stuff where all of us are like attached to each other. So now they make a game of it to see how many I'm gonna get in a week, and then they'll record it and send it to each other. It's like the worst thing. They're the worst type of people.
That's incredible.
It is astounding. Right. What a
First
problem
world
to
problem.
have. Right. But
Those are penthouse problems.
but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. You said 2 things that really caught my attention above all else. Number one, you included your work address. And do you like when you say things like, not thinking that people are going to do that, do you really think that no one? I mean, if given all the tools and the information, they now have.
So here's the thing. I really don't have like a lot of followers on social media, and a lot of people don't really interact with me outside of some people might shoot their shot or like pictures or like put heart emojis under there. It's not like a lot of people have like conversations with me every day. So when I post stuff, it's just for amusement purposes. Like, I honestly did not expect it. And then like some of the people that were sending stuff were coworkers from like other stores. So it was kind of like a big surprise for everyone.
Okay.
Mostly me though.
All right.
But I did share with my coworkers. Like, I shared all of my edible arrangements.
I mean, have you ever gotten like really brand specific and been like, I'm so sad that I've had a bad day, and there's just like a Wendy's wrapper in the background?
No.
Just like a hint. You don't even leave them a hint? Or like an old Firehouse coupon? Like,
no, but I will say this. So for like the longest time, I wanted a Nintendo Switch, right? So I said that
sounds like my plan. Go on.
I said I really wanted one. So this guy that I was talking to or whatever, he ends up going out of the country for Valentine's Day, which I don't really celebrate anyway. I don't really do Hallmark holidays. But randomly Valentine's Day, like a Nintendo Switch shows up on my doorstep with like 3 games.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Now, that is exactly what I would use it for. Almost like to a T. Video games.
It was like, that one was really genuine though. Like, even the games that he got me for, like, they were really
I'm sorry,
like thought out.
games plural.
Yeah, so he got me the carrying case,
3.
and he got me 3 games. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got Mario Kart because I beat him in it, and he wanted a rematch. Sonic the Hedgehog because I really want a hedgehog, and then Just Dance because I really like dancing.
Well, but he skipped over it. He didn't get you Breath of the Wild though. You should have been like, I feel better, but I would feel even much better if I could just control Link on the greatest quest he's been on post Ocarina of Time. Like,
but he also did get me like a huge stuffed dog and an edible arrangement. And
you are living on edible arrangements.
How
many edible arrangements have you had this calendar year?
So here's the thing.
Oh my God, how many is it?
There's more than can be counted.
Like, she's putting like qualifiers and she takes a deep breath to both.
Yeah.
I almost know we're gonna have to lend her some fingers so she can count it.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. People are just really, like I said, people either really, really love me or they really just don't like me at all.
2 hands worth of edible arrangements.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
But in my defense, we're like 4 months in. That's a lot of days.
Okay,
Well,
we're talking 20 plus.
10 edible arrangements in 4 months though?
Yeah.
You're making a diet out of edible.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, though. What's your favorite edible arrangement to get? Like, what's the one that you like, oh, man, he got me the chocolate strawberries or the coconut crispers?
To be honest, all of the ones that I've received, they've all had chocolate strawberries with the pineapples, and it literally has, like, everything in it. Honestly, like, I can't complain.
Hey.
No, this sounds like the
really
sweetest
can't.
deal of all time. Nintendo edible arrangements on the reg. I mean,
hey, if we're gonna go by comparison of what's in your inbox versus what's in my inbox, if I just opened up the last like 3 messages, I would say, like, if I read the top line, most of them are gonna say, "Hey, can I interest you in ways to make money?" Like somebody's gonna be selling me a timeshare, or somebody's gonna be recommending that I sign up for this service. Or
is it a good service?
Well, I usually don't get past that line. My inbox is completely dry. It's like completely like, I get, stuff from, here and there, but my inbox is completely dry, as it should be. But, so I'm not complaining whatsoever. However, I just thought it was weird because I know, even, people who may not look like their inbox is popping off. Their inbox is popping off. If you're a young lady between the ages of, let's say, 18 and 36, your inbox is probably popping off, some more than others.
Yeah.
But your inbox is jumping off the hinges.
But it's like a dangerous thing, though, because it's like I try to be nice to everybody. And I think that's where the problem begins, because people, like, once you're nice to them, like, even responding like, hey, or if they say you're pretty, being like, thank you, then they take it like a step further and come get a drink with me. Like, it's to the point of where I could tell someone, no, like, I'm not really, wanting to date right now. Like, I'm trying to focus on school or whatever. And then out of nowhere, it's like a catch-22, because all of a sudden, then you're a bitch, then you're a hoe. Like, so people are either really, really nice and you get, like, edible arrangements, or it's the complete opposite where they'll pop off and call you all types of names and then block you so you can't respond. Because everybody knows my tongue is like fucking fire, and they already know as soon as they say something smart, it's on. So I have to be blocked.
Okay. All right.
That's fascinating. I've always been fascinated by the maneuver on the man's part of, here, let me take you on a date. Here, I want to gain favor with you. Oh, you're not interested? You're ugly? Nobody wanted you?
And
Fuck you.
that's like my whole thing. Like, excuse me for not wanting,
right?
Like, excuse me for not wanting to take advantage of you. Like, I know that I'm not attracted to you and your personality is bland. I don't feel like that connection, so I'm not going to go out with you and waste your money. Like, I'm not going to, like, if you want to go on a group setting, like as friends with my friends, cool. But I don't want to go on a date with you if I don't have that attraction to you, because I don't feel like it's fair to you. I just can't do it.
Yeah. That's quite a butthurt reprieve to end it all. Not a solid strategy.
Well, of course. I mean, but think about the type of person who, solely relying on, an anonymous edible arrangement. Like, I mean, this person probably doesn't have the fortitude to,
Well, I can say none of those people have, like, cussed me out or anything like that. Like, they're really understanding to me not wanting to date and focus on school. So, like, they understand that. It's people who just, like, random people.
True. Oh, and I saw you were recently accepted into a university that's quite prestigious. I'm not gonna necessarily name it unless you can, if you'd like to.
I'd be very interested to hear what this university is.
Oh, I just got into UNCC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's not.
Thank you.
I've been there too. Not a name. I was there for a while.
We're all in this together, guys.
Yeah, we're all Niner Nations.
Are you aware there's a 10% student discount at the CC's Pizza?
You should familiarize yourself with that 10% discount.
CC's Pizza is like $5.
Yeah,
so I guess it's great for college kids.
Sub $3 meals. It is less than $3.
Right. Okay, so another thing on my list of topics I want to talk to you about that I don't ever get to talk about to anybody about is like gaming.
Okay.
Because most people on my show are either too busy to enjoy video games or
too busy.
Right. You're never too busy, of course, but which means that the second reason is most likely true, and that is that they're not cool enough or that they don't understand how video games are like top 5 things on the planet. Under like a marijuana, sex,
drinking.
Marijuana was first?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
All
was.
right.
It was.
because I put penicillin pretty high up.
Well, marijuana makes everything after that more enjoyable. But drinking's also on the list. But video games. So, and you said that somebody that you were involved with got you a Switch. So why don't you tell me about that? Like, tell me about your experience. Like, as a gamer, I know you play online a lot. And so that's one thing that I'm sure when you encounter that other individual who, is probably covered in Cheetos or whatever, how do they communicate with you once they find out that you are female? What's your if you're comfortable even giving it? Well, I guess my question is, does your gamer tag let people know that you are a female?
So it does, because my ex made it up. So I will tell y'all what my Xbox gamer tag is, but anybody who makes fun of me, I'm going to find you and kill you.
And you're going to get this working Madden online after this. So go ahead.
Okay, heard. But my Xbox gamer tag is Caramel Drop 518.
Okay.
I couldn't think of one, and that's what he gave me. And now everyone laughs at me, but that's fine because there's not too many people that can beat me, so that's also cool.
Well, to beat you,
Imagine getting beat by somebody named Caramel Drop.
Terrible.
Like,
it wouldn't happen. Not in Mario Kart or anything else
Not
on
Madden
Nintendo
either.
Switch related. Now Madden, I don't know because I don't play Madden. And doesn't Xbox like the whole like infrastructure is very shitty. So you guys probably don't even get to play online if at all. So during your downtime, you should.
Wow.
is this the PlayStation? Who like? Don't they have a free network that's always down and always
Yeah,
has?
you
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
PlayStation
Get what you pay for.
PlayStation Network is paid for,
Oh,
and anytime
now?
I want
With the
yeah,
PS4,
with the PS4. I mean, we're not talking about PlayStation 2.
some people still have the PlayStation 3.
I mean, I got one, but
I bet you do.
I also have a PlayStation 4. You know,
I also have a PlayStation 4, and it's collecting dust.
well, you
I
know.
retired from Crash Bandicoot a while ago.
That's what I got. I got it for
graduated.
Crash
Whatever,
Bandicoot, and because it's like
whatever.
a limited edition console. I have a thing about limited edition. So I have a Halo Xbox One and a Batman Arkham Knight PS4.
So what do you spend most of your time on? What console do you spend most of your time on?
To be honest, I would have to say the Xbox, and it's only because my sister has 11 kids,
Okay.
and it's hard to find games on PlayStation that's family friendly. And
Yeah, that's not.
no, most of them are like RPGs. Like a lot of them are girls, first of all, and
Okay,
they're
okay.
not really. I like PlayStation for like shooter games, like first person shooters. I will say PlayStation probably has the best genre of those.
Okay.
But as far as like games that everybody can play and things that's family friendly, I mean the Xbox, you have the Kinect, so you can play Just Dance. You can freaking talk to it. You walk into the room and it brings everything up. So for me,
Okay.
it was a matter of convenience in the beginning. Plus, I've always been a Halo fan.
Okay.
And I just like that
Amen
they
to
just
that. Amen to that.
Halo's overrated, but you can have
Okay.
it. But you can have it.
All
But
right.
you can have it. I understand.
But
it's
I like
important.
the fact that they just have fun, random games, like
Okay.
Sunset Overdrive. Like there
Right.
was legitimately no point to that game, but it was
Right.
just fun.
Okay.
It was just fun.
Like Viva
Okay.
Pinata.
Right? What is it?
I would say I would consider. You don't think for those same reasons like Nintendo would be the better like console because it's like a super family
So
oriented.
here's the thing about that. I feel like that is a good one too, but I feel like a lot of those games are made for like the younger kids
Right.
up until recently. But with the Xbox, you can still use that as they get older. Like they're still gonna have games that's gonna keep them interested.
This is true.
See,
What?
this is where I'm not an expert, like at all. The last game system that I bought was a Nintendo 64. The last first-person shooter that I was an expert at was GoldenEye.
A credible console that to this day, if I go to a person's house and they have a Nintendo 64, I assume two things. One, this person's a gamer. And two, they want this work in either Mario Kart or Smash Brothers. Like, they want this work real
Or
quick.
you want to lose friends and play a rousing game of Mario Party.
Oh, I love
Piss off
Mario
everybody.
Party.
I usually stay away from Mario Party. I
You
don't.
lose friends.
Yeah, I usually stay away.
It's
I'm-
like Monopoly. You just can't.
well, no, I can. I can with Monopoly. I don't.
Digital one, I get down with that.
Right.
Oh, there's a Mario Kart Monopoly now. Like a board game. It's not.
With the pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. Have you gotten a chance to try either Fortnite Mobile or PUBG Mobile?
No.
Okay, all right. They're pretty cool if you have like some time to kill. Have other you guys?
What is Fortnite? I'm gonna sound old and lame, but I know it's a thing that's very popular. Is it like an Xbox game? I don't know.
You
anything
can play it
about
on both. Like it's cross-platform, but mobilely, it's only what is it? Android or iPhone? It's
I
only
think it's both.
one of them.
It's iPhone, but Android's coming. Yeah, it's on iPhone right now with Android coming.
Right, because there's so many things that you can do with Androids that you can with iPhone. It would
Right.
make it really easy for them to just smash iPhone users.
The way
Right.
it was described
Right.
to me is it's like 100 people in one match.
Yeah.
Right.
You're dropped out of an airplane.
Right.
Like Hunger Games style. and
Right.
everyone
Essentially,
fights to
yeah.
the finish and there's one.
And the whole setting gets smaller and smaller as time goes on.
Right. Fortnite, I think, is a little more like cartoony as far as like how the people look, and then like players, Unknown Battleground would be more like Call of Duty because everybody's kind of like they're just a little more serious looking. Whereas in Fortnite, the graphics are a little more cartoony. And I think the guns themselves are a little weird as well. Like you can shoot like purple rockets and shit like that.
Do you have a Twitch?
I do not, and people tell me I do need one.
A lot of people use Twitch because like you can see people playing and kind of get a feel for it and see if it's even something that you're gonna like. I mean, Fortnite's free anyway, so you might as well download it. But it is gonna piss you off apparently. Like there's nothing worse than coming in second or third.
Right. Twitch was created by somebody's little brother. If you've ever been the person who has to watch and wait, that's
absolutely.
that's what Twitch is.
Oh,
You know, which
But you can talk to them and stuff too and ask
Right.
questions. So
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, And you know, a lot of people, and then there was actually this thing a few years ago. It was called Gamergate, and like, because a lot of like, you know, females who looked and behaved a certain way were getting involved in Twitch, and like with Twitch, it's very cool because you can like tip people through it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, edible arrangement. You can send edible arrangements to Twitch. What? I'm fucking serious.
At that point, they might as well just update their PayPal.
You have my attention.
Right. Some people have their booking info in their Twitch bio.
Talk about goals. My goal is to have 5 edible arrangements by the end of this month sent to me voluntarily.
Hey, I mean, it is the first of the month. We have time.
Man. It is the first of the month. It is definitely the first of the month. I also want one last like gaming segment. Do you participate in Pokemon Go related things at all?
No, I do not do Pokemon Go.
Damn, you're only
because
hurting yourself.
Here's the thing.
I was planning out the Pokemon.
Here's the thing.
Damn.
You're not gonna catch me walking around outside, so therefore I'm not gonna try and catch. Well, I actually kind of want to play now that they've released Mew.
Right.
That would be the reason that I get on, because he was always my favorite.
Right. I mean, but the whole thing about how they trick you into exercising, like, you know, like, okay, they had a community day a few weeks ago and like Bulbasaur was like really this big thing, and I went to this park, and before I had realized it, I had put about 10 or 12 miles on the ground on old Peter and Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
Both of them had worked. You know, and you know, so it's like, you know, you get kids outside. They're still attached to their phone, but they're also exercising and enjoying the sun. So, and not only that, you know, there's an opportunity to catch things like Charizard and Mew and Mewtwo.
Oh, man.
You know, so if you're not playing Pokemon Go, then I strongly suggest that you should. So,
I'm waiting for them to make Super Mario Go where I can be in my car just racing around.
There may be some liabilities involved with
there's
that
definitely
one.
going to be some liabilities. So, okay, all right.
Ghostbusters.
So one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. So, and you kind of alluded to it earlier that, you know, you kind of clap back quick like. So, and I imagine that we're going to stutter through this, but I still want to give it a try. So, I'm going to put 30 seconds. We're going to, and if anybody else wants to give this a try, feel free. So, and at one point, Frank and AJ are well aware that one of my goals was to have a roast for one of of my life, and I had contacted Jessica about being a part of that as well. So we're gonna do 30 seconds now. Most recently, Fabulous was a guy who. He's an entertainer. And I do a segment on my show now. On my other show, it's called Rappers Who Went to Jail This Week. And so he came across my.
Well, he went into the jail, but he didn't actually get arrested.
He didn't get arrested. Well, none of that matters because the facts don't matter on any of my shows. So in my story, Fabulous was arrested 100%. For hitting Emily. She accused. Now, whether that's true or not, allegedly he hit her. I'm not going to decide on whether or not. I think that is true because I don't know any of the facts, and there's a particular narrative that I want to be true.
They're saying that she cheated on him in Miami, right?
I don't know, but that's what happens. But I mean,
but he been cheating on this girl her whole life.
Right, he been cheating on her for a minute, and he, he refuses to, put a ring on. I didn't even know that the two of them are still together.
Right.
Right. So it's like, what's really going on? I don't know what's y'all's relationship like. So anyway. We're going to both get 30 seconds, and anybody else who wants 30 seconds to roast Fabulous for making, these types of life decisions. So, he finally broke his cool and landed in jail. So,
I mean, I'm more of a situational funny, but
right,
I got you with a little jab here and there.
Okay, so, all right. Then I won't put you on the spot. How about this then? Another segment that I do is called Shots Fired. I should have prepared you for Shots Fired.
Oh, but wait, let me just tell you one thing. I do have this one joke that I feel like I have to make because I haven't gotten to say it to anybody yet. Allegedly, he knocked her teeth out. I guess he finally decided he wasn't finna be the only one in that relationship with fucked up teeth.
See, I should have had
that was too far, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's almost specifically what he asked you to do. It's almost specific.
I just wanted you to do that for like 28 more seconds. But you know what the thing is though is that I really wasn't prepared either. I I had one, and it was basically just about them fighting over, the same pair of jeans. Like,
Oh no, she definitely weighs more than he does.
Well-
She not finna fit his clothes, but he may get off because he's gonna be able to dress his way up out of this. Fabulous can't do nothing else but rap and dress.
That orange jumpsuit throwback he's gonna have on next summer is gonna be.
He gonna have those Nikes
with the slides. With the slides.
with the new slides that they're releasing.
Slides,
Yes.
Right. This is true. Hopefully he does beat that case. Have you ever been in a situation where
Beat Emily.
The best joke I heard was that the nigga woke up in Chris Brown's body.
yo,
That was
Oh man.
no.
Whoever did that needs to go to jail.
Needs to go to jail.
Oh
But
no, when Chris Brown was choking that girl, somebody said, "Yo, that's a little dicky."
That's definitely a little
You know
dicky.
what's fucked up?
That's definitely a little
Chris
dicky.
Brown
That's
has
little dicky.
Chris Brown has surrendered any innocence and has basically said, "I did it. I made a terrible mistake." He is trying so hard to own this and earn it and just really show he's a good guy. And they just will not let it go.
They will not let it go. I'm
They are
like, there are
burying
people
this
who
man.
did so many worse things.
And he's not even denying it. He's
Right.
not
Well,
even
here's my
denying it.
thing. I don't know the story. I wasn't there with him and Rihanna. But if somebody spit on me, I can guarantee you I'm going to whoop their ass every chance I get. And I mean, if she forgave him, why can't everybody else?
Exactly.
'Cause
Chris
I
Brown
will
is
be
such a
at his
watch by Chris
concert
Brown
in
jokes.
July.
Right. Chris Brown definitely.
Front and center, meet and greet.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure you wear a mouth guard. And
I'm not worried about that.
You can set your watch by a Chris Brown joke. You'll hear 2 a day casually. Like
Right.
walking to a vending machine, there's a Chris Brown joke.
Oh,
Someone's
there's a
making
Chris
one.
Brown joke.
Right.
This man is owned it. He's trying so hard, y'all. Let's give him a little bit.
I mean,
come
look,
on.
like Lil Dicky said, he's light-skinned black. He going to get away with it.
He is going to
The
get away
ladies are
with it.
still going to love him. He's still going to be able to sing
probably,
and dance.
Probably nasty from the 3-point line.
He is actually.
All light skin powers.
He's actually really good at basketball. Like,
of course.
really good at basketball.
Of course.
I don't know that light-skinned individuals are good at basketball. I know I'm not good at basketball. I'm not good at a lot of sports, but I don't
But
try
that's
to
why
be.
you play video games. It's okay.
Right.
You see the prerequisite for NBA shooting guard? That Drake tent? If you are that Drake Sinbad tent, you're a nasty shooting guard who cannot be stopped.
This is true. I do allow those individuals to live the life that they live because they kind of brought some favor back to light-skinned people. It was a good time, a good period of time. People were like, oh, you guys are out of style. And I never got to come into that age where being light-skinned was cool. And then Steph Curry was just like, you know what, man, fuck this. Fuck this.
Sinbad
He said it just like that.
Sinbad's been
Fuck
fighting
this.
the fight alone for
Right.
years now.
He was.
No
he was.
backup.
And Drake, Drake was doing his thing, and Common tried to help, but really, I credit Steph Curry because he just was like, you know what, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be light
What did they have
skinned.
for it? Matt Barnes? It was the light skin ambassador to the NBA?
Yeah.
When
that
was,
was
no.
not-
Matt Barnes was never the light skinned ambassador.
Who was the
of the
light
NBA.
skin ambassador before the Splash Brothers? There was somebody.
Maybe like
If I had to guess, I would have to say Matt Barnes.
I would say
There's
like,
not too many attractive light-skinned ones in the NBA, so we gonna have to.
maybe like Carlos Boozer or something. Carlos Boozer was holding it down. He held it down.
Stop.
Carlos
Stop.
Boozer.
This guy.
He held it down.
Carlos Boozer.
Okay, man. So, really, those were my Jessica episode topics.
Oh, what was the shots fired?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. So shots fired
Yeah.
is basically a shot towards any institution, or it's basically tough love. It's not necessarily like shitting on somebody, but if there's something you could say to any organization, company, person, place, or thing where you just want them to get their fucking act together.
A come to Jesus meeting.
Right. Who or what would that be? I've got a shots fired. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go first, and then you can kind of understand. So this is a shot towards anybody who uses the fucking word clout.
Ugh.
Ugh. Stop it.
I don't even know what that is.
Clout is a respectable term that refers to
Influence.
Your influence, right? People with clout don't use the word clout. That's
Without clout, man.
right.
Cloutless.
Right. You know what I'm saying? People, they don't use that. So, like, clout is basically like swag, but only actual. It's legitimate. So that's what. So these people are running around, oh, you clout chasing. Like, shut the fuck up. None of you have clout.
None. Not a drop.
You have zero clout. You know, you might have money and influence or power, all parts of having
And
clout.
you're still a loser.
But yes, you are very lame. You have, no redeeming qualities. Oh, you know what? I bet you old buddy's done at that Charlotte Hornets game. And he's not. So
Today's special guest, Carlos Boozer, everybody.
right. Nah, he's not. So shout to anybody who uses the word clout. You look lame. Anybody who's chasing clout looks lame. And definitely anybody discussing clout, you all look lame. And you have no clout.
None.
So you have no words, you have no room to talk about it. So that was like a gun sound in my mouth. I can't do those either.
Right. All the video games you play,
Very
you can
honest
make a
of you.
gun sound.
We respect the honesty.
Well, hey.
That must have been one of those Fortnite guns.
Right. So does anybody else have a shot that they would like to send?
Oh, I mean, I can go off the top of my head with something I carry close to my heart and soul. Attention, everyone at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, Jesus.
Note, I did not say Wild Wing Cafe. Buffalo Wild Wings and this botched circumcision of a restaurant that you try to pass off to me every time I've been forced to dine in your establishment. The wings are subpar, the appetizers are cold, the staff is ghoulish, and I'd rather spend my free time in a DMV than set foot in this
Good God.
in this wasteland of people.
The worst
and the people that like it.
The worst thing about it though is when somebody calls it BW3.
Oh,
what the fuck
God.
does that mean?
BW thing.
BW3.
Those must be the people with the
Wild
clout.
Wing Cafe.
Right.
Yeah, what's the third
Buffalo
time?
Wild Wing Cafe. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild.
Yeah.
B-dubs.
Yes,
B-dubs.
B-dubs.
But there are those who call it BW3.
Those people
I don't
need
know.
to.
Those signs.
Yeah, there's a special place in hell for those people.
Agreed.
Okay. All
I
right.
got one.
You got one.
Oh.
Gentle Ben with a shot. It's
I gotta
a
be
gentle
careful
shot.
about mine because I can't save my
If you are a
job. but-
person that uses a grocery cart and you don't put it back in the grocery cart return, and you're just one of those fuckers that leaves it in the parking space, fuck you.
Yes,
I fucking
seriously.
hate
You will not make it to heaven doing that.
You just want to watch the world burn. Just
fucking
ditch it in the
Listen.
middle of the
Oh,
aisle.
you
Listen,
suck.
sometimes you're in a rush. Sometimes
No,
you're in a
there's
rush.
no
you are
excuse.
not in enough rush, especially when you're like parked right next to it.
They have
You still see
symmetrically
it.
placed them so you're never too far away from one.
There used to only be like just one every so, but now there's like 50 million of them. Like, just put your cart back, man. Just put your cart
I
back.
hate that shit.
That's why there's obesity in America because they can't even go and walk to drop their cart off.
Hey,
Just
listen,
refuse.
that's a good time to catch a Charizard right there. You never know. You never know. From that walk from the car to the little thing, man, a little Pikachu might just pop up.
Really hate you.
And you just snatch them up. Hey, I've done it plenty of times. Sometimes I spend hours in that parking lot. While my ice cream is melting in the car. Okay. Does anybody else have a shot they want to send?
I do, but it's about my job, so I probably should. It's really not even about my job, but the people I work with.
Okay, let's talk. Okay, so
Think
You know,
about
I'll
this.
just say coworkers
Think
in
ab-
general.
right, coworkers. This has nothing to do with the people you work with. We're just talking about coworkers from other places.
Anywhere I've always worked, they've all been so fucking stupid. I mean, like
Oh, so you've had every job ever.
Okay.
every job I've ever worked at, like they are just dumb. It's like working with children. And then I'm like the smallest person at my store. So like height wise, weight wise, like everybody feels like they can say what they want to say. But here's the thing. I hurt feelings for fun. Like I do. And it's really not a trait that I should be proud of, but I am. I'm super proud of it. My mom told me that I have a gift and a curse, my mouth, because I can either really, really hurt people or really, really build them up. I choose to use it for evil most of the time, but on a rare occasion. So the people I work with are children. How is it that we managed to have like 4 devices that cost more than $1,200 stolen? People just leave stuff out. You say anything to them. I think I said something to one person. They started crying to the manager. And then I got sent home. Why? I mean, thank you for the favor, but I just can't stand working with people. I have to open my own business. If you cannot be an adult, you don't need a job. You need to stay at home. Because I'm not going to argue with a child. I just can't.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. I can't say what I was about to say, not on camera. But what I can say is that it is very frustrating working with people who, would appear that they don't know what they're doing. I mean, that's very, personal. I hope nobody, that you rock with, sees this and is like, damn, she just works with some fucking losers.
If they did, they would know. Like from any business that I've ever worked at, they would know immediately anyone that I would be talking about because I make it known. Like if I don't like you, you're gonna know.
Well,
honesty is the best policy.
I agree wholeheartedly. All right, so if no other concerns or issues or whatever, then let's give out our handles and we'll close this chapter on Ann Friends 360. Maybe in the future this will be the time like some outro music starts playing, but I don't have it yet. So we'll skip you because you didn't really say anything. His Instagram is Frank Zones.
It be your own people. Your niggas are not your niggas.
Okay, his Snapchat's Rep from Made.
We just
Okay, what's your handles?
together.
What's your handles, bro? Just shout them out. They can see you on video.
This is my handle. This is a handle. I handle this sometimes.
Perfect.
Bam.
AJ, what's good with your handles? Where can the people find you and a very good podcast, in my opinion?
AJ presents the greater spelled GR8. That's the number.
Okay,
number
Clout.
8. Are good. AJ presents the greater good. iTunes, Spreaker, and Google Play. Check us out, guys. Everybody gets an opinion. Mine's just the only one that's right.
I will say for the people listening, and you know what? I'm going to shout your podcast out, I guess, on the other episode. I was just thinking like, man, I didn't even do that, but it really wasn't about you.
It's all good.
So Gentle Ben, where can they fuck with you?
Man, I'm just trying to prove him wrong. He's being a real dick about it. So I'm on the same thing that he is.
Right. And I mean, listen, guys, Gentle Ben, he's got. You know what? I'll save my description of what which you have to do for the other episode.
I want to know why they call him Gentle Ben.
Well, why do they call you Gentle Ben?
Why do they call you Gentle Ben?
Dun dun dun.
I don't know. It sounds good, doesn't it?
It rolls off the tongue.
It was like it's an erectile dysfunction joke.
Okay, all right.
Huh, okay.
That's
It is now. Damn.
That is 100% what I thought. Okay, so Jessica, where can people figure out how to send you edible arrangements?
This is great.
Well, normally I reside in hell, but if you want to find me on social media,
So that was you.
exactly. On Instagram, it's Hey I'm Izzy, HEYIMIZZY. On Twitter and Snapchat, it's Let's Follow _Izzy. I can't guarantee it's always going to be interesting stuff. Usually it's just me and my drunken nights. But
Do you post the pictures of the edible arrangements?
a lot of times they're like anonymous, so I just post them and be like, thank you, because I don't know who they're from.
I will absolutely follow your page and like every single edible arrangements picture just for the sake of keeping up. I am so fascinated by this.
You know what? Actually, I think I have one as one of my, yeah, I do actually.
Receive multiple edible arrangements.
I have one of them up there as like
That's
a memory.
incredible.
In memory of the edible arrangement. So listen, if you're a guy and you need to know what kind of edible arrangements that Izzy wants, or that you should send, somebody you want to send an edible arrangement to, there's some good pictures of edible arrangements on her Instagram.
I'm basically the president of edible arrangements. I can tell you how to get the girl, right?
Right. Listen.
And this program was brought to you in part by Edible Arrangements.
Edible arrangements. They're yummy. They're delicious. And, they are quite convenient.
And sometimes they're nutritious if you get the fruit.
Right. So, if you like this episode of Ann Friends 360, you can, hopefully you're watching it on YouTube /Ann Friends 360 or Facebook /Ann Friends 360 or my website, www.thehouseofsplash.com. You can also fuck with me on Instagram at The Verdict Podcast. And I'm on Twitter at House of Splash.
You have a lot of handles. I feel like maybe we should make them all the same.
Well, some fucking jerk stole Splash Jordan from me on Instagram and will not release it, yet post no pictures. And it's some fucking kid. He's probably not even getting it, but he will not let go of the handle so that I can go back.
You pissed somebody off.
So that I can go back and have all the same handles. And I actually offered him some money, so that's how I know whoever's running it's not even paying attention.
What a dick.
So we'll know when he finally answers because all my handles will go back to Splash Jordan. But until then, you can just go to my website. Everything's centralized there. It's a central location, thehouseofsplash.com. And it works on any phone, Android, iPhone. And there's some cool videos. Apart from my 360 experience, there's a premium podcast experience and soon to be more content as well from my in-house production team, which consists entirely and 100% of myself. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, rate, review, share, do all that fuckity fuck shit, and I'll holler at you later.
Give this man some clout.